Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 3 vs 3 on Silverpine Forest between our teal team that consists of Frenzies and our human player, Gooch. And I really love that name, I like to say Gooch. And down on the bottom we have our orc player, Sweet. And our orange team that consists of Foggy, Happy, and Orc Worker. And we will speed it on up to the 8x mark, to the 2-minute point of the game, and all the heroes come out, all the good stuff starts to happen. And this is a Warcraft 3 ArenaNet replay of the week. And I got on it a little bit late, but technically it's still on the site as a replay of the week. And usually the replays of the week end up turning into the replay of the every 2 weeks or sometimes longer, but either way, got on it. And Priest of the Moon gets a free kill there. Tauren Chieftain will be going after the Ogre Warrior camp. And the Blade Master after the Ogre Magi camp. And I think this may be the first time I have casted on Silverpine Forest. I'm not actually sure. Blade Master gets a potion of mana. There's always a very useful item for just about any hero. And Death Knight picks up gauntlets of Ogre of Strength. Tauren Chieftain after the Ogre Warrior in his camp with Frenzies. And now Foggy checking out the situation down yonder in Sweet Space. And forces the cancellation of a burrow. And Blade Master had to take his time as he was using a salve at the time. Important that potion of greater mana, which will come in handy later on. Definitely trying to catch up to that Priest of the Moon. Gonna take his good old time doing that. Priest of the Moon starting with True Shot Aura. And the Tauren Chieftain picks up Slippers of Agility +3 from that first camp. And now a Scroll of the Beast, which has been suggested to be called a Scroll of Selling, which I sort of agree, as it's just way too easy to dispel it. Most people just end up selling it right away, and likely to be sold right off the bat here. And no, gonna keep it for a little while. And in the 3 vs 3 game, it can be quite useful, as there are a lot of units to be had by the Scroll of the Beast. And Paladin with a Claws of Attack +6. And Sweet up in the creeping action up yonder there. Circle of Nobility on the Blade Master, and looks like a Talisman of Evasion from that group there. Paladin gets Potion of Greater Mana and Claws of Attack and Mantle of Intelligence. So actually a pretty good Paladin so far. And now Tauren Chieftain with Gloves of Haste. And unfortunately the Claws of Attack +6 kinda wasted on the Paladin. I suppose one could argue with me on that, but Paladin just not much of a damage dealer. Sentry Ward's legal map hack for the Paladin. And Sweet's Blade Master sporting those boots of speed. And looking to try and steal a kill here. Don't think it's going to happen. Really wants that Null Brute. But gets hit by a Death Coil before that opportunity arises. And again, Tauren Chieftain with the Scroll of the Beast can hit multiple units should the occasion arise. And 1 vs 1, not so useful, too easy to dispel. Any raise can easily dispel it. Ogre Lord camp here for the Tauren Chieftain, going to surround the Ogre Lord. And the middle of the map, all the good stuff, Ogre Lords and such. And now Worker and Happy in the center here. And looking to steal that Ogre Lord kill. And they do Helmet of Valor, a +4 strength and agility for the Death Knight. So Team Orange reaps in the rewards of the Ogre Lord camp. but many more to go there. Gooch. I like to say it like that. And I'm sure it's not actually pronounced Gooch, but to me it is. To me, it certainly is. Arcane Vault Town Hall coming up here at the expansion. And Paladin level 3, only level 1 Devotion Aura, so either level 2 Holy Light or he's sporting a Divine Shield as well. I'm not really sure just yet. I suppose we will see sooner or later. And now Frenzies versus Workers. Tauren Chieftain in the mix of it all. Tauren Chieftain sporting the Lightning Shield, doing all kinds of damage to his own units and some other units. And Tauren Chieftain will have to bail out. That's going to send all these headhunters away, leaving Foggy and, I believe, Happy there to defend for themselves. Paladin out of mana. Does have that potion of greater mana, though.
Players' forces are under attack.
And now rebuilding some towers there at the expansion. And first player to expand as well. And now Gooch and Sweet. Gonna pull the Ogre Lord back a little bit here, but Team Orange is still in the way. Forcing them back a little bit here. And second hero out for Happy there, the Lich on the field. Has been for a little while there, got a little bit of experience, 54 whole experience. And the Vault goes down for the Human. And now Peasants in a bit of trouble here, but we'll have to stay strong and help repair. And Hunter's Khan out of position here, taking big damage from the Rifleman. And we'll lose that pretty quickly there. Gonna lose a Grunt as well, out of position.
The players' forces are under attack.
And all kinds of Huntresses going down for Foggy. And Gooch will have to bail for now. And simply Town Portals to the other side there, but takes a Death Coil, loses the Paladin. No more mediocre Devotion Aura for these units. Just the rifles left. And now a Hex on the Tauren Chieftain. Trying to get away there, getting hit by all kinds of Riflemen. And a rather nice Frost over there. Hits a good chunk of units, mostly Peons though, but Peons deserve a Frost Nova from time to time. Now Headhunters on the other side of Team Orange here, blocking them in. Death Knight with a lightning shield, trying to chase after him, scorching him up a little bit, cuting him. And Team Orange still somewhat trapped in the middle of light blue here. And there are quite a bit of observers in this game. I think, what is it, 5 observers watching this particular game. And Sweet Shadowhunter there at 6 health. Barely makes it out. And observers having a chat all of their own. And the Town Hall will go down. No more expansion for Gooch. And so Team Orange doing fairly well so far. However, it seems the observers not particularly keen on Foggy's play this time around. And what item dropped here? And it looks like Khadgar's Gem of Health has dropped from that Ogre camp there. So that's 300 health to the Tauren Chieftain, which is an egregious amount of health for a Tauren Chieftain. And Overlord goes down at pretty much the fastest I've ever seen. Claws of Attack plus 12. And that will get transferred to the Lich, who also has a Gloves of Haste. And for some reason has the Helm of Valor on, which is interesting. Tome of Agility plus 2 on the ground there. Priestess of the Moon gonna yoink that. And the final Ogre Lord camp will go down here shortly. Also a marketplace, I think a marketplace on either corner. And so, wouldn't be surprised if units are purchasing some things. Another Khadgar's Gem of Health. And that gets placed on the Tauren Chieftain, so now 600 additional health on the Tauren Chieftain. Interesting enough. Yeah, indeed, even the observers saying a worker's TC at 600 additional health. Oh, he actually sold the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. Unfortunately, lost some health on that. I think only 75, though, plus 3 strength. And buys a Pendant of Mana instead from the marketplace. But even 1,550 health is quite a lot of health, especially once he gets level 6, if he does.
A player's forces are under attack.
And once he resurrects, we'll resurrect with full health once again. And with all that health, we'll take a lot to take him down. Voodoo Lounge here will be the first to go down,
Under siege.
as usual. And Tauren Chieftain supporting level 2 aura for all of these units. And now Team Orange pouring into the base here, and I see multiple town portals, and all over Team Orange here, and Happy in trouble now. And Raz Frost Whisper in trouble indeed. Has plus 17 damage, but that is not going to help him against all of this damage here. And now Team Orange is hard bailing. And that did not work out too good for our orange team. Successfully defended. And at least one hero lost there. Tavern revives on the Lich. And Lich had a Scroll of Healing and didn't use it. Maybe he figured it was sort of fruitless to use. And some creeping going on here. Potion of Invulnerability for the insane 600 health, additional health. Tauren Chieftain, a Ring of Selling for Foggy's Priestess of the Moon. And what was just picked up there? I think Gloves of Haste, perhaps, by the Shadow Hunter, which is interesting. Probably should go on the Blade Master. And maybe toss off that replenishment potion or use it. And Ogre Magi camp here. Or Happy. And a Staff of Silence on the Death Knight is a fairly high level item. And Sweet checking out what's going on here. Raiders coming from behind. And Franzi's there as well. And True Shot at level 2 now. So it's starting to get pretty good. All of the units, I believe, on Team Orange are ranged units. All the Berserkers at plus 12 damage with the Kodo Beast and the True Shot aura. And the Crypt Fiends at plus 14 damage. So huge, huge, huge damage coming from Team Orange. Kodo Beast on Team Light Blue as well. Keep wanting to call it Teal, but it is Light Blue. And the monster Tauren Chieftain here in the mix of it all. Stasis traps going off. And this Tauren Chieftain is a monster. And also has had full mana, I believe, at the beginning of this fight here, 229. And the damage is just plain superior on Team Orange, but so far losing inferior amounts of units. And level 3 Devotion Aura on the Paladin there to help out the team. Paladin finally goes down, and that will strip a lot of armor from these units. But already too late. Team Orange lost way too many units here. And this Tauren Chieftain still going strong. He doesn't give a fuck. And Franzis is level 6, however. And Workers will go down before he gets level 6, so no revive for him. Franzis moving on in now. And now plus 24 damage on the Lich there because of the True Shot aura and no Kodo Beast around, so he probably actually had plus 30 on this Lich before those Kodo Beasts were gone. Tauren Chieftain goes down a second time. No more revive for you. And we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. And a Death Coil there from downtown through the woods. And now the Lich here in big trouble, level 5. And a town portal will save the undead for now. However, Foggy's base, oh, no, actually just teleports right back to Foggy's base there to save the Lich. And a whole mess of Croto Beasts for Franzis, 4 of them.
The player's forces are under attack.
And plus 29 damage on the Lich now. And I think level 3 True Shot Aura is going strong. And plus 5 on the Huntresses. Completely unupgraded Huntresses with plus 5 damage. And the Observers counting to 96 experience to the level 6 Tauren Chieftain for Worker there. And Tauren Chieftain trying to get in the middle of it all, and this would be a good time to stomp. And gets a good amount of units there. And looks like the majority of these units, if not all of them, will be lost because of that stomp there. Worker drops a healing ward. And it will be undisturbed. Nobody will destroy this ward here for a moment at least. Heals up all the units. Tauren Chieftain 8 experience away from gaining a level. And at level 6, this will be one serious Tauren Chieftain.
The player's forces are under attack.
And I really wish you wouldn't have got rid of that Gauntlets of Ogre Strength plus 3. Even though it's only 75 health, you would have 1,800 health right now as a level 6 Tauren Chieftain. Which is something to behold indeed. And the expansion goes down once again for the human. And undead expansion coming up there for Happy. Plus 37 damage here, but with the War Drums and level 3 True Shot Aura there on the Lich. That is an insane Lich. And Gooch's base in trouble indeed. The town portal's coming on in, wisely backing up. And the final town portal in a really excellent impale there. Gets all of the units followed by a stun. And there goes a majority of Franzis' units there. That was an absolutely excellent combination. And another stun. And Franzi stuns but gets very little. And another great impale there. And Big Bad Voodoo now going on from Sweet, and the Staff of Silence from the Death Knight cancels that. And Unholy Aura level 3 now up on the Death Knight. And look how fast his Tauren Chieftain is regenerating.
The town is under siege.
And the observer's questioning the usefulness of huntresses in a 3 vs 3, which I suppose is a good question. Didn't upgrade them at all. Upgrading them would be really nice, considering that he has level 3 True Shot aura, and of course, when the team fights are going off, there are Kodo beasts abound as well. And would stack very nicely. And still no upgrades coming. Although Foggy very low on funds, only, as you can see there, 165 to 125. Could expand there fairly easily. And Happy clears a small creep camp. Finishes that off. And there are plenty of creep camps left over, but usually just these little Ogre Warrior camps abound. An Ogre Mauler camp up on top there. So there are a few left, but not too many. Ogre Mauler camp here going down. Ring of Greater Selling for the Paladin now. A ton of armor on this Paladin.
A player's forces are under attack.
45% reduction. And Foggy takes out the remaining creeps there, but doesn't really gain much from that. Has a Cloak of Selling, which does absolutely no good on a female Night Elf.
A player's forces are under attack.
Man, Troll Trapper will not go down before the town portal hits. And anybody gonna kill that? The Raz Frost Whisper there could one-shot that Ice Troll Trapper. Get himself a cool, probably, what, 8 gold max. And a big force here up top. Moving towards the base of Worker. Worker now in a bit of trouble here. Needs the help of his allies. Meanwhile, Happy and Foggy moving down to the bottom base of Sweet. And looks like Worker's just gonna skip on by. And now the Torrent Chieftain has a Ring of Selling, which is actually pretty good. Normally I call it the Ring of Selling because it's not that great, but the Torrent Chieftain 1 has pretty low health, or rather armor. And now at 28% reduction with 1725 health, that actually makes for quite a bit of extra health, because you could essentially just convert the damage reduction into health in terms of at least physical. A couple stasis traps here. We're gonna go off in just a moment on the Torrent Chieftain. And stuns going on all over the place.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And Francis has Endurance Aura level 3, so superior to that level 2 Endurance Aura Torrent Chieftain of Worker, but completely inferior in terms of health. One of the highest health Torrent Chieftains I've seen in a long time, without actually being fully decked out in, of course, health items. And once Worker gets level 7 on that Torrent Chieftain, we'll have level 3 Endurance Aura, unless you guess unless he chooses Shockwave. But I'm guessing he's going to choose level 3 Endurance Aura for the overall welfare of the Team Orange. Torrent Chieftain trades the Ring of Selling for a Amulet of Spell Shield, which I suppose is better, but +2 armor right now on the Torrent Chieftain actually really isn't that bad. It does bring him up 7% damage reduction, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you have 1725 health, 7% damage reduction can really start to add up. And Sweet at the bottom here teleports towards the top to Frenzy's expansion. And now the healing and stasis wards are abound. And looks like somebody trying to destroy that ward. And if they don't, that's going to be kind of bad. Impale stops the big bad voodoo. And all kinds of damage going out here. Kodo Beast, all swallowed units. And a whole mess going on here. Worker gets an excellent stun. And Franzy's in the middle of it all for excellent stuns as well. And another good stun there. Priestess of the Moon and now coming down. And a stun stops, or Hex rather stops that Priestess of the Moon, but did get a few waves of that down. And Paladin revives. There's something you don't see every day. And 6 more units now in the field due to the Paladin. And another really great stomp there from Worker. And both the Tauren Chieftains going strong here. They don't care at all. They will just simply revive. And raise dead from the Death Knight. And again, there's something you don't see every day either. So revive and then raise dead. As raise dead is not considered to be all that great. And Tauren Chieftain goes down, but will revive. Not a big deal at all. He's just gonna get back up. But -5 armor from the Lich there. And Sweet going after the Lich.
Player's forces are under attack.
Death Knight, not quite enough mana to Death Coil. Should in just a moment, though. And Worker's Tauren Chieftain just about to go down here, but has revive. And Team Orange not going to let that Tauren Chieftain go down alone. And we'll provide some backup there. Frenzy's Stasis Trap, gotta watch out for that. Gonna hit all of these units. Gets taken away there. And now Frenzy's gonna be forced back into his base. And Foggy's still not adding any damage to these Huntresses. And with the Kodo and the True Shot, or there's no Kodo around now, would certainly be a lot of extra damage. And now Wind Rider's out for Franzy's. Still continuing with the Rifleman, now level 2 upgraded, so 8.5 armor Rifleman, 34% damage reduction. Quite impressive indeed. And Sweet's Blademaster in a bit of trouble here, trying to get out. And the battle continues. And Tauren Chieftain gets a good stomp there. Looks like a stasis may have gotten the rest of those units there. Franzy's another stasis trap gets taken away. Shadowhunter in a bit of trouble there. And Paladin too low on mana to heal him on up. And Blademaster takes a huge hit there. Stun, followed by Frost Nova. And might have been a Death Coil in there as well. I'm not sure. Tauren Chieftain now level 8, 1,875 health. The Lich indeed at plus 40 damage with the help of True Shot, and when he is in the range of a Kodo Beast as well. And without the Kodo Beast is at 31 damage. And this Tauren Chieftain is ridiculous. Even the Troll Berserkers gain 15 health. Even Huntresses, completely unupgraded, have plus 8 when near the Kodo and the True Shot Aura.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that plus 40 damage, nearly 100% additional damage on the Lich, almost 80, over 80 damage per hit. And that's not really necessarily including the however much additional damage you do if you reduce the armor to a negative value, which I think -1 is like 4% additional damage, something like that. So it's not really much, but yeah, 4% of 80 damage, not looking too bad there. Certainly not good for the unit taking said damage. And Gooch is bailing from the base here, and not sure where he even went. And looks like up top to the orc base there to pick up some healing potions and such. And Gooch gonna be going down here. Nobody really gonna be coming to save him. Workers base will also fall. The expansion anyway. And Shadowhunter now on the way. And the Great Hall will go down. However, Workers' base won't go down without a fight. Plenty of peons to at least garrison in the burrows for a little while. And Worker will teleport to his base to defend. And a third Khadgar's Gem of Health. Not sure where he got that one. Perhaps transferred by another hero there. 2,175 health, Tauren Chieftain. Unbelievable. As compared to a 1,300, which would be the traditional amount of health you would have on a Tauren Chieftain of equal level. 2,100 to 1,300, nearly 1,000 difference. 800 health difference. And Priestess of the Moon gets stunned, but once again, some of those falling stars do hit some of those units, tear them up a little bit. Big Bad Voodoo here going off in the back, and the Staff of Silence goes off on the Shadowhunter. And at this point, it is not even worthwhile going after Workers, Tauren Chieftain, as if he dies, he will just revive with even more health and more mana than he had originally. Revive goes off, and Raise Dead, Animate Dead goes off at the same time there. So very, very interesting. And Franzes will teleport out, and Team Teal calls GG, or Team Light Blue calls GG, leaving Team Orange our winner. And that Tauren Chieftain, unbelievable. Worker at 2,175 health. Ridiculous. And it looks like the game is simply not going to end, and we'll just continue on. There it goes. But Team Orange, our winner. That Tauren Chieftain, though, absolutely MVP of the game. And even if it wasn't necessarily the MVP, just ridiculous. So much health. I don't think I've ever seen that much health on a Tauren Chieftain, other than maybe a custom game. Maybe not in all I've ever seen. 3 Khadgar's Gems of Health. I think one of those may have been transferred by one of his allied heroes that just felt like stacking additional health on the Tauren Chieftain. He might have bought one from the marketplace at some point as well, and I didn't notice that. But Happy had some pretty decent heroes as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this replay, and I will see you guys next time.